Last week, it was Rahul Gandhi who spoke in a rare appearance at the at a CII function in Delhi. Today, it was Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi. Both personas by their own party who are being pitched as the prime ministerial candidate for 2014. And of course, it started the battle of the hashtags. There is, of course, lots going around about the hashtag Pappu CII, and of course, Modi storms FICCI, and of course, that trend that started today, FECU, which is still, as we talk, the top trend on Twitter. So on 6:30, we talk about twisted trends. FECU versus Pappu. Are Twitter trends credible or colonized? Before we introduce our panelists for the day, here's what a few of you have sent us.
Twitter could never be taken as a serious forum for discussion on important national issues, especially because one of the prime candidates, or somebody who projects himself as a prime candidate, has organized tweeters. Perhaps they're paid minimum wages given the low level of intellectual discourse that they have. He has somebody to manage his own account, and he has fake followers who continue putting up twisted trends in order to push his agenda forward.
I'm of the view that Twitter, like other social media, is a very fast channel of communication. The tweets reflect real feelings of the people, their anger, their anguish. These tweets should be taken very seriously. These are very credible.
Credible or not, but that's what we're talking about today on the show. We've got Shivam, who is founder of Kafala.org. We're also joined by Rachit in the studio, who is a social media activist. From Mumbai, Jitin Kajaria of the BJP's intellectual cell joins us. And from Kolkata, we're joined by Rita Banerjee, who is a writer and gender activist. Okay, just before we move on to the battle of the hashtags, I'm going to throw one question out to all four of you who've probably already seen the speech of Rahul Gandhi last week and have gone through the speech of Narendra Modi today. If we want to, I'm going to ask all the panelists to rate the speech based on content, wit, appeal, relevance, question and answer, and outreach. On a scale of 10, I want you to rate that speech and give me one quick answer on why you've given it that particular rating. I want to start with you, Shivam.
Well, I really don't know what to say. I think the words Pappu and FECU really capture it between the two of them. But I'd probably give Narendra Modi a higher rating because he knows how to talk like a leader, whereas Rahul Gandhi has been lacking on that front. Personally, between the two of them, I'd be more convinced with what Rahul Gandhi is saying, but he's not talking like a politician, not talking like a leader. He's not giving me the assurance of leadership. Okay, so he's pointing out the problems, but not really giving a solution. What's your rating? 4 on 10 for Rahul, 5 for Modi. Okay, Rachit?
I'll be not rating anybody. And for
you have
me,
to rate.
No. I am biased. See, the thing is that Rahul Gandhi in the question answer session.
When Modi comes to buy, you have to rate.
No.
You have to rate, Rachit, you have to rate.
When Modi comes to buy, you have to
follow the order. So I'll rate it -1 for Modi because, -1 for Modi because everything which he speaks is a lie. And we are trending on Twitter, the hashtag FECU, and even the GDP figures, anything about growth, anything about HDI is a lie.
Okay, and Rahul Gandhi?
Rahul Gandhi, I'll just give 5-6 points because I think that he could be more forceful and could bring more ideas on the table.
Okay, yeah. All right, Jitin, you?
Well, I would not like to rate anybody on a couple of speeches because we are finally talking about race to lead this country and not talking about a rat race.
Jitin, come on, you can't be sitting on the fence. Just do a rating.
No. Okay. If I could actually become absolute psychopath like Congress and say that I'll give Modi 10 out of 10 and Rahul 0 out of 10. But for sheer message of hope which comes out of the two speeches, if I rate Rahul at 4, I definitely would rate Narendra Modi at around 7. I mean, I would really definitely not go 0 and 10 on the scale.
Right. I gave -1.
I would say not a rate
not
race.
Even a 0.
Not a rat race. Well, that's the difference between a BJP leader and a psychopath.
We're not going to get into this. Is not about the battle of ratings. But Rita, I want to ask you your rating, especially because both the leaders, of course, Narendra Modi was speaking at FICCI at an all-women's gathering. But even Rahul Gandhi mentioned, women-related issues. Where do you think they both stand?
I think, especially since Twitter is one of the platforms that my campaign, the 50 Million Missing campaign, uses to raise awareness about violence on women, and that has been on the national, in the front of the national agenda this year. That is exactly what we were looking for in both their speeches, and I would rate them both 0 because neither of them actually address the issues of violence on women, which really is what we need to address right now.
Okay, fair enough. All right, now that we've moved on from the ratings, let's just really talk about the battle of the hashtags. Last week we saw Pappu CII was the top trend, and this is actually interesting because I remember I was following the trends all of that day. Even before Rahul Gandhi started speaking, the hashtag Pappu CII had become the top trend, which, you know, in a sense was fairly spiteful, fairly malicious, whether you like parts of his speech or not. Today, we've seen Modi storms FICCI as the top trend on Twitter for quite some parts through the day. And then, of course, we see now FECU, the hashtag FECU is the top trend on Twitter. Rachit, you know, I've been speaking to many people. Many people have been talking about the fact that this is Congress's way of coming back and reclaiming the space of social media.
We did it.
So have you started this hashtag?
No, we started this hashtag. We started Vote Out Modi before. We started RIP BJP before. It's just that we have become more coordinated because on Twitter, if you see the kind of hate which Modi fanboys are spreading all around, and they troll everybody. They troll even the neutral supporters. So this kind of an idea about FECU was a very neutral trend to get neutral people on board.
Jitin, do you think the Congress, in a sense, is kind of stumping what has always been BJP's first mover advantage in that sense?
Well, a leading PR light from Delhi, she in fact tweeted today saying that there is a concentrated effort from the Congress. So my reply to her was that it's easy to herd a bunch of sheep. It's easy to herd a bunch of sheep rather than a bunch of human beings. And so as Rachit himself admitted, they've been able to concentrate and move in one herd. Good luck to them. Well, I personally believe that a couple of hashtags, a couple of speeches, a couple of trends will not definitely decide who's going to lead India. And if there are youth in this country who believe that, then good luck to them. Okay,
but Shivam, I've got some figures. I'm looking at some figures over here, and these are of course only just very, very initial figures where we've got Narendra Modi and the number of total counts of tweets on him, including FICCI, are 123,000, and this is just a little while ago, so there'll probably be more later on. And Rahul Gandhi is 200,000. That's quite a lot of people. So is it really just completely irrelevant, these hashtags?
Not only are hashtags relevant, but I think Twitter itself is pretty irrelevant. We're just hyping it beyond a point. I'm not trying to take away the raison d'etre of your show, but I'm just saying that if you compare Twitter with just say Facebook, and you see that the audience on Facebook is at least 10 times more than Twitter.
Yeah.
Just because Twitter is one town hall with this trending topic system, we take it so seriously.
Yeah.
It is so easy to make something trend on Twitter. You just need some organized activity with a critical mass. I've made stuff trend on Twitter. I wrote a blog post saying make this trend on Twitter, and people followed, and it trended for 2 days.